All right, thank you for engaging. I'm answering some questions that I got from Jiko Mziki TikTok, and I can see it's Alpha Solo is asking, what's the difference between keys, notes? Okay, you like my lessons. Thank you so much. Alpha Solo. So let's just differentiate between key, scale, note. So I have added chord and also scale, so that we see the difference between all that. So let's start with the scale. I'm just going to write the scale of say D. D. So this is D major scale. D major. This is D major scale. Okay. So why is it a scale? It is a scale because of the intervals that it has. Between D and E is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Those are the intervals that are in a scale. So if you play the scale following notes in this manner, then we will say that you are in D major scale because you're playing in that order. Now, for key, say for example, I'm in key of D major. So in key, it will mean that I am playing notes that are in this particular scale, but not in the order of the scale necessarily. So I could play, for example, say I take the chord, any chord. Say I take A, right? Or even I take E. Okay, E, G, B. So this will be my minor chord. Then randomly, I play. I just play chords. I will still be in the key of D major, randomly picking. I could play notes in between and just join in any note as I play the song. I'm playing, touching, passing notes, passing chords, passing tones. So I will still be in the key of D. So it doesn't have to be in a sequential manner, like, in a scale. In a scale, you have to, follow notes by intervals. But in key, it means that you're playing with the notes that are in this particular scale. So now that brings us to the note. So I said that you play the notes that are in this particular scale. So that tells you exactly what a note is. A note is an individual, uh, I would say sound, an individual sound. If a sound of F, now that is the note of F, the note of E, the note of A. That individual sound that you're given is what we would call a note. And when there are many, we say notes. So these are notes now, okay? And notes are not necessarily related to a scale. Notes, we could say, are from A to G in music, and they have sharps and flats. So we can say we have a total of 12 notes in music. Okay, so notes are not in any order. You can just say the number of notes you have, and you can say that this is one note and it's G, and that's notes. So what are chords now? So chords is when you play three or more. So when I talk of more, it means that you can play as many other notes after that. After the three of them, now you can have as many as your fingers can fit. If you have 10 fingers, you can have all those placed on one of these notes, and it will still be a chord. So a chord, we have the smallest chord being a triad. It can be a major chord. So a major chord in this case will just take the first, the third, and the fifth. So this is what I would call this is what a major chord is. Okay? And if you have that, that is a chord. When you're playing notes harmonically, not melodically, when you're playing them all together, when I take the D, the F sharp, and the A and play all of them together, now that is a chord, right? And this is a primary chord. If I want a secondary chord, then I will flatten the third, and this will be a D minor. Okay, this will be a D minor. So, and this is a secondary chord in this. We also have diminished and augmented being in the triads side. And then once you go beyond 3 notes, now we go to extended chords. Yes, and that's what chords are, notes are, scales are, and keys are.